Scouts Victoria respectfully acknowledges the traditional custodians of the country throughout Victoria where our activities take place today. We pay our respects to elders both past, present and emerging, and continue to recognise and embrace the important continuous history and connection to land and community of Aboriginal and Torres Strait Islanders people.
Welcome to Scout Quest. Today we welcome back Lily from Time to Move, and she is going to run another yoga class for us. Everyone is welcome to join in. So let's roll out our mats and get started. I'm excited to introduce Lily. Hi Lily, welcome back. Should we get started? Lily, you're on mute. Would you be able to unmute yourself?
Can you hear me now? In case. All right. So thank you so much to Scouts Victoria. Do you hear me double or just the once?
No, just the one. You're all good.
Thank you. Sorry for the. All right. So we're going to start in a sitting position. I'm actually going to remove this. And all right. Let's take a comfortable sitting position. There we go. I think you can see me now. And let's close our eyes. We're going to take a deep breath into our belly. And exhale all the air out. And again, deep inhale into your belly. Exhale the air out. We're going to bring the hands to our chest. And we're going to set a positive intention for this class. You can think about anything positive that you want to see happening in your life or for someone you care about. And we're going to create a short statement for ourselves or for that person, which we're going to keep on thinking about for the rest of the class. It can be something like, I am happy, I have peace, my family is happy. Anything that you want to create and see happening in your life. And once we have set up our intention, we can start by keeping our eyes closed but bringing your hands down to the floor. On your next inhale, you're going to lift your right arm up, cross it on top of your head. As you exhale, bring your hand down. We'll do the opposite side. Inhale, lift your left arm up. Exhale, bring it back down. And we're going to do it one more time. Inhale. Exhale, bring it back down. Opposite side. Moving with your breath. Exhale, bring your hand down. Now you're going to take your hands behind your back. Inhale, open through the chest. And as you exhale, imagine you want to run through your back. Send your arms forward. So on your inhale, you open through the chest. Exhale, take your hands forward. And slowly bring your hands back to the side of the hips. You're going to lift your right arm up. And you're going to cross it over to tap the opposite knee. As you inhale, turn your gaze, your chest to the back. And slowly come back to center. Opposite side, lift your right arm up or the opposite that you're using. Take the knee and take your chest towards the back. And slowly come back to center. You're gonna bring your hands right in front of you and roll through your knees. Come to your forced position. So make sure your shoulders are right above the wrists, your hips are above your knees. And imagine you want to move your spine very slowly with the control of your breath. You're gonna inhale, lift the tailbone, open through the chest, lift your gaze. As you exhale, round your back, bring your tailbone in, relax your head down. And again, inhale, lifting through your back. Exhale, rounding. We'll do it one more time. Inhale. And exhale, round. Now bring your spine back to a neutral position. We're gonna inhale, shift the weight forward. We'll try to keep your arms straight. And as you exhale, you're gonna take your hips back on top of your heels into child pose. And again, you're gonna inhale, lift the torso, shift the weight forward. Kind of your shoulders walking forward from the wrists. And as you exhale, bring your hips back down. Let's do it one more time. Inhale, lift up, shift the weight forward. Exhale, bring your hips back on top of the heels. We're going to stay here for a few breaths. You can rest your forehead down. And we're going to start by stretching our arms as much as we can forward. Try to take deep breaths into the sides of the ribs, into your upper chest. And with control, you're going to bring your hands behind your back, interlace your fingers, softly squeeze through your upper back, through your shoulder blades. And we can try finding a bit of movement from side to side. And slowly bring your torso back to center. Drop your hands down back to the floor, straight forward. You're gonna inhale, lift your torso. And as you exhale, tuck your feet, and we're gonna lift our hips up high into downward facing dog. Now you can try moving and bending one leg at a time. You can try bending both legs together and then stretching them. Moving your hips from side to side. Feel free to do anything that feels good for you. We're going to take one more breath. And as you exhale, you're going to walk your hands back towards your feet. And we're going to stay bending forward for a few breaths. Releasing your head down. Let it hang. Now feel free to bend your knees if you need to. You're going to plant or walk your hands slightly bit more forward. And as you inhale, you're going to shift the weight to your toes. As you exhale, you're going to bring the weight into the heels. And again, inhale, bring the weight to the toes. Exhale, go back to your heels. We're going to do it one more time. Inhale to the toes. Exhale, this time just come back to a standing position, your feet flat on the floor. And we're going to open our feet to the width of our mat. Imagine your knees are going to be driving out to the sides, and you're going to go down, bend your knees, your hips. We're going into a deep squat. From this position, you're going to inhale, lift your right arm up. Roll your chest to the right. As you exhale, bring your hand down. Opposite side. Inhale, lift your left arm up. Exhale, bring it back down. We'll do it one more time. Inhale, lift. Exhale, down. Opposite side. And exhale back down and slowly lift your hips back up. Release your head down to the floor. We're gonna take a deep breath. And as you exhale, roll your spine up. Take your time slowly. Lifting your head up. Rolling your shoulders up, back, and down. Beautiful. We're gonna step our feet to the front or the middle of our mat. Bring your hands by the side of your hips. Take a deep breath. Exhale. And we're gonna do something called the sun salutation. So we're gonna do 3 sun salutations. It's the same set of movements. We're gonna inhale, lift our hands. Lift your gaze. As you exhale, bend forward. Release your hands and your head down. Inhale, lift your gaze. We're gonna bend the knees if we need to, plant the hands on the floor, and step back into a plank position. From here, imagine you're shifting the weight forward. You're gonna roll through the toes. Inhale, go into upward facing dog. And as you exhale, use the strength of your core. Lift your hips back up into downward facing dog. We're gonna hold this posture for 5 deep breaths. If you notice that your back is rounding a lot, you can bend the knees and take your hips up high. So imagine you want to lengthen your back. We'll take 2 more deep breaths. Inhale, lift your gaze, step forward to the front of your mat. Exhale, bend and release your head down, let it hang. Inhale, lift your arms, lift your gaze. And exhale, bring your hands back to the side of your hips. That's pretty good. That was a sun salutation. We're gonna do 2 more of those. So again, getting ready. Inhale, lift your arms, lift your gaze. Exhale, bend forward, release the head, the hands down. Inhale, lift your gaze. Bring your hands to the floor, step back into your plank position. And shifting the weight forward, roll through your toes. Inhale, upward facing dog. Use the strength of your belly, bring it in. Lift your hips into downward facing dog. Once in downward facing dog, release your head down. Lift your hips up towards the sky. And find a connection with your breath. Observe if you can breathe into your belly. Observe if you can breathe into your ribs and into your chest. We're gonna take 1 more breath. And as you inhale, lift your gaze, step forward to the front of your mat. Exhale, bend and release the head down. Inhale, lift your arms, lift your gaze. Exhale, back to your Samasthiti. It's the name of this posture, equals standing. We're gonna do it 1 last time. Inhale, lift your arms, lift your gaze. Exhale, bend forward, release the head down. Inhale, again, lift the gaze. Bring your hands down to the floor. Step back into your plank position. And you're gonna shift the weight forward, roll through the toes. Inhale, upward facing dog. Roll through the toes again, lift your hips. Downward facing dog. Let your head hang. And take deep breaths. You can think about a positive thought, positive intention you set at the beginning of the class. We'll take one more breath. Inhale, lift your gaze, step to the front of your mat. Exhale, bend and release the head down, let it hang. Inhale, lift your arms, lift your gaze. And exhale, bring your hands back to the side of your hips. Excellent. We're gonna open our feet, hip width distance. These are your hips. And you're gonna take your waist. We're gonna take a deep breath into the chest. And as you exhale, you're gonna bend at your hips. Bending forward, release the head down. And bring your hands down to the floor. You can take your ankles or you can take your big toes. Again, inhale, lift the gaze. And exhale, one more time, release the head down. Try to pull your elbows out to the sides. We're going to stay here for 5 deep breaths. So try to feel your breath. Observe where you feel the main stretch in your body. And try to make it even along your legs and your back. We're going to take one more breath. As you inhale, lift your gaze. And as you exhale, slowly lift your torso up. Bring your hands back to the waist. And again, step your feet on the front of your mat. Good job. Now we're going to take a small step with our right foot. So stepping your right foot back. And you're going to turn your chest to the right side as well of your body. Open through your hands. Inhale, take a deep breath. And as you exhale, you're going to bend forward to try and grab your left foot on the floor. If you can't reach to the foot, maybe you can grab your shin, your ankle. That's okay. We'll take deep breaths. And slowly, this time you're going to bring your right hand down to the floor. You're going to be facing towards the mat. We'll take a deep breath and shift the weight towards the left foot and also by lifting our right leg. Once you feel that you're stable, maybe you can bring your hands to your chest. Maybe you can take your hands back. Maybe you can take them straight forward. We'll take one more breath. And slowly bring your hands and your foot down. Good job. Slowly inhale, lift your torso. And as you exhale, you're going to turn your feet to the opposite side of your mat, kind of facing to the back of your mat. So this time it's my right leg, the one that is forward. And I still keep my chest out to the side. Again, open your hands out wide. Inhale, breathe into the chest. And again, exhale, we bend forward and down. This time we try to grab our right foot or your shin, your ankle, wherever you can. That's okay. We'll take deep breaths together. We'll take one more breath. And as you exhale, bring your hand towards the floor. Your chest is now facing to the mat. We're going to send the weight all the way into the right leg and lift the left leg off the mat. Once you feel stable, you can lift the torso and bring the hands to the chest. Maybe behind you, maybe straight forward. Find your balance by focusing your gaze. We'll take one more breath together. Exhale, bring your hands and your leg down to the floor. You're going to inhale, lift your torso. And as you exhale, you're gonna turn your feet both to the side of your mat. Now we can go wider with our stand, open through the legs. Bring your hands to the waist. Inhale, breathe into the chest. And again, exhale, we're bending at the hips. Release your hands down to the floor. If your hands don't reach down to the floor, don't worry about it. You can take your elbows. However, if they reach down, try to keep them in between your feet. And we're all gonna inhale, lift the gaze. And then exhale, softly release the head down towards the mat. Allow your head to hang for a few breaths. We're gonna take one more breath. Inhale, lift your head off the mat. Exhale, bring your hands to the waist. Use strong legs to lift your torso up. And exhale at the top. Good job. Now we're gonna open our hands out wide. Inhale, breathe into the chest. And exhale, interlace your fingers behind your back. Again, inhale, lift through the chest. And exhale, we're gonna rotate at the hips and bend forward. Releasing your spine and then your head back to the mat. Take deep breath. We're gonna take one more breath here. And slowly inhale, lift your torso. Exhale at the top. Good job. We're gonna bring our hands back to the waist. And we're gonna shorten our stand just to make it a bit more comfortable. And you're gonna open your feet out to the side. And from this position, you can inhale, bend at one leg. Exhale, lift. And we'll go the opposite side. Inhale, bend. Exhale, lift. We'll do it one more time each side. Inhale, bend. Exhale, lift. Opposite side. Inhale. And exhale. And then slowly close your legs together. Back to the front of the middle of your mat. And we're gonna do a bit of balancing. So bring your hands to your waist. You're gonna bend your right leg, lift it off the floor. Now you can choose to stay here if this is challenging. However, if it's easy, you are gonna turn the leg out to the side and plant the sole of your foot against your inner thigh. Now you can keep your hands on your waist. If this feels good, maybe you can try to bring your hands to the chest. And if that feels good, then maybe you can try lifting your hands up. Good job. Find that breath. Find that your focal point is very important. So focus your gaze. We'll take one more breath. If your hands are up, slowly bring them back down into the waist. And we're all gonna bring the knee back to center and release it down to the floor. Good job. We're gonna do the opposite side. Lift your left leg up. And again, you can choose to stay here or keep on bending it and turn it out to the side. Place the sole of your foot against your thigh. And then you can keep your hands on the waist, bring it to your chest or straight up. And focus your gaze. Focus on your breath. Good job. We're gonna take one more breath. And bring your hands down to the waist. And we're gonna bring the knees straight forward and back down. Excellent. If you need to shake your legs, feel free to do it. And we're gonna do a second posture here. So again, you're gonna bend your right leg up. And this time you can stay here or take the ankle on top of your opposite knee. Kind of doing the form of the number 4. The form, sorry, the shape of number 4. Now you can stay here, or you can bend through your left leg, send your hips back, and your arms forward. Imagine you're sitting down. Excellent. Really good balance, everyone. Good job. We're gonna take 2 more deep breaths. As you inhale, lift your torso. Exhale, bring your leg forward and down. Good job. Opposite side, you can lift your left leg or place the ankle on top of the opposite knee. Stay here or bend at your hips. Imagine you're sitting back and down and your hands are going straight forward. Good job. Focus on your breath. You can do this. We're going to take 2 more breaths. And as slowly as you inhale, lift your torso, and exhale, bring your foot down to the floor. Good job. We're going to step back to the front of our mat. Hands by the side of your hips. Inhale, you're going to lift your arms, lift your gaze. Exhale, bend forward. Inhale, lift your gaze. Bring your hands down to the floor. And we're going to step back into a plank position. We'll take a deep breath and drop out to our knees. You're going to cross your legs and come to a sitting position on your mat. Excellent. Bring your legs straight forward. If you find that you are kind of rounding a bit much through your back, then what you can do is bend at your knees and lift your chest. If you can do that while keeping your legs straight, then give that a go. Bring your hands by the side of your hips. And we're gonna inhale, lift our hands, reach up to the ceiling. Exhale, bring them back down. And again, inhale, lift your hands, reaching up as much as you can. Exhale, back down. We'll do it one last time. Inhale, reach up. And try to keep that length of your back. Then you're gonna reach forward. You can try grabbing your big toe, the sides of your feet, your ankles, wherever you are, it's okay. Release, relax your head down. Try to keep your shoulders back. And focus on your breath. Good job. We're going to take 1 more breath. And as you inhale, lift your torso up. Exhale. Now we're going to open our legs out to the sides as wide as you can go. I'm just going to turn my body so that you can see me. There we go. Now we're going to bring our hands behind our hips. And that is so that we can lift our chest. We want to make sure that we're not rounding our back. So lifting your chest. Now, if this feels a bit awkward, again, you feel free to bend the legs, do anything that you need. However, if you feel you can keep your spine that long and then try to bend forward, we'll give that a go. You can bring your hands forward or even grab your feet. Wherever you are, relax your head down and try to see if you can breathe into your belly, into your ribs, into your chest. We're gonna take 1 more breath. As you inhale, lift your torso. And exhale. Yeah, all the way up. Good job. We're going to bring our legs back together. And you're going to bend your right leg in. So once your leg is bent, you're going to cross it on top of the left leg. So it's like I'm crossing my bent leg. And then I'm gonna bend my left leg back. Once I'm in that position, I have the right leg on top. So I'm gonna use the left arm, the opposite arm, lift it up. And as I exhale, I'm gonna bring the elbow to the knee and create a torsion through my upper back, gazing back. Now we're gonna take deep breaths into the chest. One more breath. As you inhale, bring your chest back to center. And we're gonna undo what we have on the legs, bring them straight forward. Opposite side, bend your left knee, cross it on top of the right one. And then you can bend your right leg back. Now this time I have my left leg bent. I'm gonna lift the opposite arm, the right one, inhale. Exhale, take the elbow to the knee and gaze back. Creating your torsion. Breathing into your chest. We'll take one more breath. And slowly come out of your torsion. Bring your legs straight forward. Good job. So from where you are, softly you're gonna roll your spine down to the floor and we're gonna come into a laying position on our mat. Once here, laying on your mat, you're gonna bend your legs. Imagine you are standing on your feet. Your hands are gonna reach to grab the heels. Even if you can't reach them right now, it's the idea that your hands are reaching towards your feet. Tuck your chin in. And as you inhale, you're gonna lift your hips up high, trying to take the chest all the way to the chin. We'll take 3 more breaths. I'm gonna watch you. Excellent, you're doing great. And slowly bring your hips back down to the floor. We're gonna hug our legs and rock from side to side. Then you're gonna take your legs all the way to the right side. Open your hands, your arms out to the sides. Breathe into the chest. Try to keep both of your shoulders on the floor. Bring your legs back up and take them to the other side. Observe if you can breathe into your belly, into the ribs, and then into the chest. Slowly bring your legs back up and release them down to the floor. All right, we're gonna do one of our last postures today. So you have options here. You can choose to simply lift your legs off the floor and hold them there for a few breaths. Now, if that feels good, you can try lifting your hips as well and taking your low back for support. Keep it bringing your feet as high as possible. Whichever option you choose, try to keep the weight on top of your shoulders, not really on the neck. And we're gonna stay here for 10 deep breaths. I'm watching you. Good job, everyone. Try to keep your elbows close together as you have your hands on your low back. And with control, we're gonna roll our spine down to the floor, vertebra by vertebra. Take your time. Keep your head on the floor, and then bring your legs back down. Once we're down on the floor, take a deep breath And bring your hands under your hips, under your glutes. Take a deep breath and use the breath, the inhale, to lift through your chest. Tilt the head back. Softly place the top of your head on the floor. We're going to take one more breath and slowly come out of your posture. Take your time. Good job. You're going to hold your legs and we're going to rock back and forth. Come into a comfortable sitting position on your mat. See how we're going? Perfect. So we're going to stay here just for a few seconds. You can close your eyes if you want. If you want, you can bring your hands towards your chest. And let's observe how we feel. Let's try to observe how we can breathe. Can you feel yourself inhaling? Can you feel your exhale? Can you notice how the air travels through the nose, down through the throat, chest, all the way down into the belly? And can you feel it as you exhale, how it comes back up and out of the nose? Let's observe our breath. Just for a few more seconds. And slowly, when you're ready, you're going to lay back on your mat for our Shavasana posture. So in this posture, all we need to do is lay in a comfortable position. If you want to, you can put on your jumper back on, socks, anything that you want. And we're going to stay laying on the floor just for a few minutes. We're going to try to do an active relaxation here. So try to observe what you feel on your feet, on your legs, your hips, and any sensation you feel there, relax it. Let it go. And bring your attention to your belly, to your ribs and your chest. Then observe your shoulders, your upper back, and your lower back. And relax any sensation you feel there. Observe your arms, your elbows and forearms, your wrists, every finger of your hand, and relax them. Then bring your attention to your neck, the back of your head, the top of your head, your forehead, and the rest of your face. Relax any sensation or any expression you may have in it. And repeat for yourself. My body is completely relaxed. My mind is completely relaxed. Again, try to observe your breath. Notice how you feel. And very slowly, when you're ready, start to find movement again on your fingers, on your toes. Take your time to come up, there's no rush. Feel free to do any stretch, any movement that feels good for you. Awakening your body. And once you're in a comfortable sitting position, again, you can keep your hands on your lap, or if you want to bring them on your chest, you have that option too. We're gonna close our eyes and repeat for ourselves again that positive intention or statement we said at the beginning of the class. Let's take this moment as well to be grateful for ourselves. Let's be grateful for our body, for everything we can do, everything we are. Let's be grateful for this moment, this time we have to connect and share with each other. And feel free to be grateful for any other reason you have today. Remember to share all these positive things you have in your life with the people that surround you. Share love and compassion and share peace. And thank you so much for letting me guide you. Namaste.
Thank you so much for that amazing class, Lily.
Thank you so much. I really appreciate it.
We hope to see you all tomorrow at 1 p.m. for our native animal encounter. We are going to get up close with some of Australia's most awesome animals. Why not invite some friends to join? Have a great afternoon.
Bye.